Assistant District Commander, Operations of Central District, and then next Central District. Fire Services Department will give a briefing and then followed by a Q&A session. Please identify yourself and your organization. You can at most ask 3 questions. Mr. Chair, please. Good afternoon. I would like to start with a few words on the Sun Uk Lang Holding Center, and then Mr. Kong will carry out some clarifications. He'll give you figures concerning our actions, including the number of students arrested, and then Mr. Liu will talk about the coming weekend public meetings. And then after the public events in the past, there were arson cases and the of petrol bombs by the rioters. We have also collected intelligence to show that some rioters would like to add some chemicals to the petrol bombs so as to enhance its lethal strength. We have invited Mr. Ng from FSD to tell you about the threat to our lives and properties, and then I'll summarize. First of all, Sun Uk Lang Holding Center. It is under the division of Dagu Lang, one of the standing detention facilities of the police force, completed in 1979. In relation to the facilities, security, and the detainees' privacy, all of them are in line with the policy requirements of the police. Generally speaking, in ordinary times, the Sun Uk Lang Holding Center has been used for the detention of illegal immigrants. In future, we'll continue to use it to deal with the illegal immigrants. Since early June, among the anti-amendment bill operations, on 4 occasions, Sun Uk Lang Holding Center was used as a temporary detention center, namely between 5th and 7th of August, 11th and the 13th of August, 25th and 26th of August, and the 1st and the 2nd of September. On one occasion, 17 arrestees were handled, and then 25 were the largest number involved. In relation to the use of Sun Uk Lang for other detention purposes, in the past we had the following considerations. We have to deal with a large number of arrested persons. Individual police stations cannot cope, or it is chaotic in the urban area, or the urban police stations or detention facilities are under attack. And I have to emphasize that if we haven't got the law-breaking activities of the rioters, we don't need to enforce the law. And without large-scale arrests, then there's no need to resort to Sun Uk Lang as a temporary detention center. I have noted that in this operation, the use of Sun Uk Lang Holding Center has also caused a lot of speculation on the part of the public. And in fact, there have been quite a large number of unfounded allegations. And therefore, since the 2nd of September, we have not set up a temporary detention center at Sun Uk Lang. I have to emphasize, for Sun Uk Lang Holding Center, in terms of the overall security and safeguarding of privacy, all of them are in line with our policy requirements. Within Sun Uk Lang Center, we have also made sure that the arrestees have the rights safeguarded. For previous operations, when we set up a temporary detention center at Sun Uk Lang, I would like to add 3 points. First of all, we've noted that as far as media reports and online news were concerned in relation to Sun Uk Lang Holding Center, there were different allegations saying that sexual assault of female arrestees and also arrestees being beaten up. So far, we have received 2 complaints in relation to Sun Uk Lang Holding Center. None of them is related to sexual offences. I have to repeat, most of them are not founded, they are unfounded, untrue, and we have clarified a number of times. For the time being, we are not setting up a temporary holding center or detention center at Sun Uk Lang, but this has nothing to do with the untrue allegations. Second, When compared with other centres, 新屋嶺 is rather remote, and when we have to deal with a larger number of arrestees, it takes more time to handle the cases when compared with the ordinary times. And as a result, perhaps of this, because of this, the arrestees and the lawyers may have some misunderstanding. Well, I have to say that irrespective of the location being used as a place to detain the arrested persons, we will follow the established mechanisms to safeguard the rights of the arrested persons. Say, for example, if it doesn't affect our investigation or the judicial procedures and without causing unnecessary delays or obstruction, the arrested persons are entitled to seeking legal support. And they have also got the right to receive treatment. If they are not feeling well or if they are injured, the duty officer will make sure that the person involved will be sent to the nearest public hospital or clinic as quickly as possible. To make sure that the detainees understand their rights, all of them, upon arrest by the police, will be given a notice explaining clearly all the rights that they are entitled to. I have to make sure that, irrespective of the place used as a detention centre, will follow the established procedures to safeguard the rights of the arrested persons. We are stopping the use of Sun Uk Land as the holding centre. This is not because of the untrue and unfounded allegations. Rather, we have taken into account the speculation or the large number of speculation in relation to this place, as well as the fact that the place is rather remote. I want to say that there have been a lot of allegations concerning the operation as well as Sun Uk Land, but then they are mostly unfounded, not true, and it would just confuse everybody. And regarding the couple's complaints, we will follow them up seriously.
一共拘捕咗1596個人。
As of the 27th of September, we have arrested 1,596 persons. And today, I would like to highlight the number of students arrested so far, in particular, comparing the figures of arrests before and after 1st of September. From 9th of June up to 1st of September, when the school year started, during the summertime, the police arrested 1,046 people. Among them, there were 257 students, including secondary school students as well as tertiary students. Just now, I gave you a figure of 1,596 in total, so they accounted for about 25%. And then the school year started on the 1st of September and up to the 27th of September. During this period of time, we arrested a total of 550, and among them, 207 were students, accounting for 38% of those arrested in this period of time. We can see for ourselves that since the commencement of the school term, we have seen an increase in the ratio of students being arrested. We are worried. We believe that this is because there were public activities that were not peaceful, not orderly, and violent. Some young people took part in such activities, and as a result, they have been arrested.
The young people was due to the spirit of the moment, impulse, or they didn't well think out to commit such crimes and leave a criminal record to affect the rest of their lives. And I believe that's not what the society would like to see either. Especially those who took part in serious crimes, for example, rioting, the maximum can be 10 years imprisonment. For arson, the maximum sentence can be life imprisonment.
我哋而家唔係玩緊一啲角色扮演遊戲。呢個世界裏邊係冇火魔法師嘅。我哋見到嘅就只有縱火嘅狂徒。就好似上個週末，我哋喺旺角警署外邊拘捕咗一名有份放火嘅年輕人，佢只係16歲啫。
in
而我哋已
arson.
經
He
檢控
was
咗
only
佢縱火
16
罪。
and will have been charged with arson.
我喺度呼籲所
I
有
here
嘅年
like
輕
to
人或
appeal
者
all
學
the young
生
people and the students
喺作出呢啲違法行
before
為嘅
committing
時候
such
要停
illegal
一
acts.
停，
They need to
諗一諗。
stop and think.
而佢嘅老師或者家長
Their
亦都
teachers
要多加
and
留
their
意
parents
呢
will
啲
need
年
to
輕
keep a
人，
close eye.
應該對佢哋循循善
They
誘。
would
如果佢哋真
indoctrinate
係
them.
參與咗喺呢啲咁樣嘅
If they
嚴重
took
違法
part
行
of
為
such
嘅
kind
時
of
候，
serious
應該
lawbreaking
及早介
activities,
入，
they should
以免佢哋
intervene
犯下
early
一啲彌
before
補
they
唔到嘅
committed
過錯。
some irredeemable
跟住我
mistake.
會講講過去幾日嘅拘捕
And
數
I'll
字。
talk about the past
星期一
arrest
9月
figures. And
23
on
號，
Monday, 23rd of
警方喺
September,
荃灣同埋
the
屯門
police have
共
arrested a
拘捕4
total
人，
of 4 persons
包
in
括
Chunwan
3
and
男
Chunmun,
1 女，
3 men and 1
年齡
woman,
介乎
aged
16至
between
48
16 to
歲。
48.
拘捕罪名包括藏有攻
They're
擊性
charged
武
with
器、
possessive of
藏有物品可作
offensive
非法用
weapon
途，同埋
and
藏有腐蝕性
possessing
物品。
equipment for illegal purpose and
9月
possession of corrosive
24號星期
substances.
二，
And
警
on
方喺
the
沙田
24th
同
of
埋
September,
旺角
Tuesday,
一帶共拘捕
and
15
police
人，
have arrested 15
包括
people
12
in
男
Shatin
3
and
女，
Mongkok, including
年
12
齡介乎
men
14至
and
31
3
歲。
women, between
拘
14
捕
to
罪名
31 years
包括
old. The
非法
charges
集結、
were
藏有攻
illegal
擊性
assembly,
武器
possession of
同埋
offensive
刑
weapon,
事毀
and
壞等
criminal
等。
damage.
9月25號
And
星期三，
29th of
警方
September,
喺沙田
Wednesday,
共拘
the
捕
police have
2 人，
arrested 2persons
分別
in
係1
Shatin,
名男子
including
同1
1
名
man
女
and
子，
1 woman,
年齡係
aged
16同
between
埋17
16
歲，
and 17.
罪名係非
They
法
are
集
charged with
結
illegal
同埋襲
assembly
警。
and assaulting a police officer.
9月26號
On
星期
26th of
四，
September,
警方喺
Thursday,
元朗拘捕
police
1名
arrested
男
one
子，
man in
年齡
Yuen
係19歲，
which were
牽
aged
涉嘅罪
19.
行包括
The
藏
charges
有物品可作非法
possession
用途同埋
equipment
縱
for
火。
illegal purpose and arson.
法庭案件
Court
喺啱啱嘅
case.
星期六，我哋喺屯門
In the past
拘捕
Saturday,
咗1 名
in
涉
Chimo, we
嫌
arrested
侮辱國
one
旗嘅
person
13歲女
for
子。
desecrating the
我
national
哋已
flag,
經
a
檢控咗
13-year-old
佢
woman.
一條侮
He
辱
has
國
been
旗
charged
罪，
with desecrating the
而佢
national
已經
flag,
喺今早喺
and
屯門
that
裁判
person
法院提堂。
had arraignment in Chimon
而
Registry.
就住7月13號
And
喺
for
上
the
水發生
violent
嘅暴力
protest in
事
Shanghai
件，
on
我哋喺
July
8月29號
13th,
拘捕咗
the
1名
police had
男子。
arrested
而
one
我哋
man
亦都
on
係
August
琴日已經
29th,
檢控
and
咗佢
yesterday
非
he
法
was
集
charged
結
with illegal
同埋襲
assembly
警
and
罪。
assaulting police
佢
officer.
已經喺今朝早
He had his
喺
arraignment
粉
at
嶺
the
裁判
family
法院提堂。
magistracy.
受傷方面，
On
喺
injuries,
9月26號嘅行動，喺9月25號星期四喺大圍同埋沙田嘅一啲拘捕行動裏
September
邊，我哋
and
有2 名
arrest
警
in
務人員
Taiwan
係受
and
傷
Shatin,
嘅。
we have 2 police officers
而由
injured.
上一次嘅記者會，即係星
And
期
from
一
the last
到
press
今日為
conference,
止呢，
which is
警
Monday
方
till
係
now,
冇使用
the
過任何
police did
彈
not
藥。
use any live ammunition.
跟住係澄清，我哋喺網上邊不
Clarifications.
時見到一啲對我哋
Online,
作
from
出
time to
嘅不
time,
實
we
指
see
控，
some baseless
包括一啲匿
accusations,
名嘅指
which
控，
include anonymous
甚至
ones,
乎話我哋
and
嘅
went
警
as
隊
far
同事呢
as
係性
our
侵，甚
officers
至乎
have
強姦咗
sexually
啲嘅被捕人。
assault
而呢啲謠言呢，
raped
至
the
今
arrestees.
仍然
And these
喺網上
rumors
邊呢係瘋傳嘅。
is still going viral from
就
time to
有如
time.
我之前所講，
Like I said,
對於呢啲匿名嘅指控呢，
on these
我哋
anonymous
係極之有保留。
accusations, we have strong
而我哋亦都
reservations.
懇請有證據嘅人
And we urge those
向我
who
哋舉報，
have evidence to
我哋係
report
會
to
嚴
us,
肅跟進
and
嘅。
we will follow them
而對於嗰啲
strenuously.
嚴重嘅性侵指控呢，
As for the
我
serious
哋喺
sexual
呢一
assault
度呢
allegations,
係否認嘅。
would have strongly
而
denied
另外
them.
呢，我哋亦都留意到啦，
We also
近排喺一
noticed
啲嘅
that
自殺案
recently,
件裏
in
邊，
some
有一
suicide
啲市民唔
cases,
單止係
some
去
members of the
到
public
現場去拍
not only
攝，仲
went
將
to
一
the
啲
scene
相片就放
and
上
take
網啦，
pictures and put them
仲言之
online,
鑿鑿咁話呢
and
啲並非
claim
自殺
that
案
these
件，
cases were not
並指
suicide,
控
and
呢啲
accuse
人
the
士呢
police of
係我
not
哋警方殺死嘅。甚至
accusing
乎呢，就話我
them
哋
to
呢
be
就冇好好做好
killed by
調
the
查工
police
作，
and
就好草
accuse
率
us
呢
of
就
not
將案件定
doing
性為自殺。
investigation
我亦都
and
喺呢一
dismissed
度
the case as
嚴正咁
suicides.
否認呢
I
啲指控。
strongly deny such
而我哋亦都
accusations.
透過唔同嘅傳媒喺一
And through
啲嘅自殺案
different
件裏
media
邊
channels,
係盡量作出澄
We
清。
will try to clarify such
但係
suicide
喺公佈
cases.
呢啲自殺案件嘅內容嘅時候，
When
我哋亦都
disclosing
要
the details of the
尊重
suicide
翻
case,
死
we need
者
to
同埋佢
respect
家
the
人嘅
disease
私隱。
and the
咁
privacy
所
of
以
the
我
family
哋都唔
members.
能夠將
Thus, we
過
are
度嘅
not
內容公
able
開。
to reveal
但
too
係我
much
哋對於呢一
information.
類嘅謠言，
On this
呢
kind
一
of
類嘅謠言
rumors
不斷仲喺度瘋傳呢，
which
我哋係覺
are
得
still going
造謠
viral
者係絕
online,
不
we
負
feel
責
that
任，
the rumor monger
而呢啲
are
係極之自私
irresponsible,
嘅行為，
and these are
亦都係對死
selfish
者
acts.
同埋佢嘅家人 絕不尊重。
very disrespectful to
有
the
個
deceased
別
and
嘅
his
事
family
件我
members.
見到
In
家
some
人亦都喺現場
incidents,
向
the
一啲
family
記者澄
members
清
have
咗，
clarified with
係
the
同
press
今次嘅反修例嘅行動嘅係
the
完全
deaths
無
were
關嘅，即係佢哋
unrelated
家
to
人嘅
the
死亡。
anti-extradition
而另外都係
protests.
一個自殺案件，
And
家
this
人都講得好
was a
清楚。
suicide. The family members have made
而
it
仲
clear.
有人繼續去造謠嘅
And
話
yet,
咧，我會覺得呢
the
啲
rumor
真
mongering
係對死者
persists.
極不尊重。
This is very
正
disrespectful
所
to
謂
the
謠言
deceased.
止於智者，我諗喺而家呢個充斥住謠言嘅網絡世界上邊咧，
this
我懇請大
rumor-filled
家
world, I
要
urge
拿
the
出智
public
慧，
we have to
將呢啲謠言呢就及
bring
早
the
去識別出
wisdom
嚟。
and differentiate the rumors.
另外，我哋見到網上有人傳緊呢，
And we
就
also
話
saw
尋晚
online that-
喺行政長官嘅社區對話裏
that in the
邊，
community
有
dialogue
一位被
session
抽
yesterday,
中發言嘅市民
one
係警務人
speaker
員，
was
質疑
chosen
佢呢
and so
係
was a
扮
police
市民參
officer
與
and
呢一
came
個
was
嘅社區
imposting
對
as the
話。
members of the public took
首
part
先
in
我
the
要
dialogue
澄清，
session.
呢
I
一
want
位
to
並
clarify
非
this.
一位現職嘅
This
人
is
員，
not
佢已經
a
喺幾
serving
年
police
前離職，
officer.
係一
She
位輔
had
警嘅人員嚟嘅。
retired a few years
而另外咧，我都喺度
several
想
years
講
ago,
一
and she
講，
was an
其實
auxiliary
警務人
police
員休班
woman.
嘅時候咧，
And during
所
off
享有嘅
duty,
自由
the
咧，
police
係同
officers
大家
enjoy
係
the
基本上
same
係一樣嘅。
liberties as other members
咁
of
所
the
以
public.
就算真係有一個休班嘅同
Thus,
事去
even have a
參與呢一
off-duty
啲嘅
officer
社
to
區
take
對話
part
咧，
in this
其實佢
community
都係行
dialogue.
使緊自己嘅公民權
They're
利，
simply exercising their
同
civil
去投票
rights,
係一樣嘅。
just like they wrote
咁
it.
咧就我嘅補充係咁多，咁跟住我就交俾阿廖
And
長去
supplement,
講
I
一
pass
講
on
嚟
to
緊週末嘅一啲公眾活
Mr.
動。
Liu to talk about the public activities over the weekend.
各位，咁我會就住咧
Hello all.
聽日啦，9月
Tomorrow,
28日星期六，
on
咁喺港島
September
中區咧
28th, in
係
the
舉行
Central
一個公
District,
眾集會咧，
there
講講
will,
我哋警方嘅一
there
啲
will be a
安排
public
啦，
rally.
同
We'll
埋
talk
作
about
出
the
啲
police arrangements and
咁
make certain
警方咧
appeals.
較早前接獲一個團體
The
嘅通知
police
啦，
have received a
咁我哋
notice
得
from
悉佢咧
a
就
organizer.
計劃咧喺9月
We are
28
aware
號
that
喺
they
港島
plan
中
to
區咧舉行
organize a
一個
public rally
集會，
in the
咁地
Central
點咧就
District on
係
28th of September
咁
with
咧
a
佢
site at
哋
Taymagara
入
Park.
通知人數咧就係1000
And
人。
they claim there were
咁經過
1,000
我
people
哋
attending.
警方啦同主辦單位咧都
After communicating with the
開過一啲
organizer
準備嘅會議啦，同埋
and
我哋
some
做咗啲
preparatory
審慎嘅
meetings
評
and
估之後咧，
done
咁
carry
我
out
哋
risk
警方咧就
assessment. The
決議咧
police
就唔反對佢哋係
have
舉辦
no
呢
objections
個
of
集會。
holding this
咁
rally
亦都咧
at the
喺
aforesaid
尋日啦，
location. And
喺
yesterday,
9月26號咧，
on
咁亦都
September
係向個主
26th,
辦單位咧
we have
就已
issued
經
a
發
letter
出
of
咗
no
不反對通
objections
知
to
書
the
嘅。
organizer.
咁當日啊，咁我哋警方咧係會作出一啲適當嘅
The
安排啦，
police will make suitable
以協
arrangements
助呢個
in
到
helping
想
the
參與集會人士
those
到
who
達
want to take
同埋
part in the
離開
rally
嘅
to
安排。
arrive and leave the venue.
亦都就住近日嘅情況啦，其實我哋都
And in view of
希望
recent
如果主辦單位覺
circumstances,
得
if the
到時咧嗰個
organizers
參與人數
see
會大幅
that
增
there
加
will
或
be
者
a
係唔同
strong
嘅話咧，
surge in
亦都想去
attendees or
呼
any
籲佢及早同我哋
changes, I
聯絡。
hope they can contact us
我哋
early
等我哋咧能夠同佢及早商討下啦，
so
都
that
係
we
點樣
can
協助
discuss
啲
early
人
on
士
how
嚟
to
嘅。
on terms of
嗱，
crowd
警方一
management.
向咧都非常之尊重市民參與集會同埋遊行嘅
We
權利
have
啦。
always
咁而
respected
一貫嘅政策咧都係致
the
力
rights of the
協助市民咧
citizens
進
to
行一
take
啲
part
和平
in
和平嘅
public
一啲公共集會。
meetings and
咁同時咧，我
marches.
哋都有責
And
任咧
our
確保
standing
公共安
policy
全、
is
公
to
共秩序，
facilitate
同
as
時
much
咧
as
亦都會保護
possible
其他人嘅一啲權利
so
同埋
that
自
they
由。
can have
咁我
a
哋見到咧，其實
peaceful
喺過去
public
呢3個月裏邊咧，
event.
期間有
And
好
we have
多
the duty to
啲
make sure
嘅
that
示威
the
者
public
大
is
肆
safe
破壞公物
and
啦。咁
we
而
have to
有一啲
safeguard
發生地
public
點咧，
order
正正
and
都
we
係
have to
喺今次
safeguard
嗰個
the
集會裏
other
邊。
people's rights
咁甚
and
至咧亦都
freedoms. But
有
in
一
the
啲
past
不同
3
政見
months,
嘅
we have
市民
seen
啦，
that
可能
during the
言
public
語之間
meetings,
甚至乎
there were
被方
violent
係被
protesters
襲擊嘅。
vandalizing
咁
public
我喺度啦，其實
properties
有
and
責
even
任
attacking
去
people
提醒
holding
嗰
a
個參與
different
集會人
political
士。
view. I'm
不論
duty
其實係
bound
集
to
會參與
tell
呢個集會
you
嘅活動
that
期
you are
間，又或
reminded
者之前
in
之
relation
後，
to the
其實
following.
同樣地
That
咧，
is,
我覺得佢哋都應該有責
well,
任咧，確保咧
during
係
the
要有
public
秩序咁
meetings
樣去
and
參與
after
今次
the
活動啦。
public meetings,
唔
I
應
think
該
the
作出任何咧
attendees
損害公共秩序、
must
公
make
共
sure
安全
that
嘅
they
一啲行為，
are
例如
orderly
去做出一啲
and
堵
they
塞呢個馬路
shouldn't
啊、
do
阻礙呢
anything
個
to
緊急通
harm
道啊呢
public
啲咁嘅情
safety
況啦。
and public order. say, for example, blocking the emergency vehicle access. And then for any unlawful and deliberate damage of the public safety, public order, and the peace of the society, the police will immediately intervene and will collect evidence and will hold those responsible liable for the criminal acts. And we are going to set up loudspeakers on the ground, and this will help us with crowd control. We hope that you will follow the guidance and instructions of the police officers as well as the wardens, so that you express your views in a peaceful and rational manner. And then, should there be any risk or any danger, I will urge those who are attending the event to leave the place immediately. I would also like to urge the organizer, that is, when violence erupts or when there is chaos or anything that's out of the control, I think the organizer must make sure that they tie in with our risk assessment as well as our arrangements, and they have to appeal to the attendees accordingly, and if necessary, they have to terminate the public meeting. In addition, I understand that for online social media, we have seen people appealing to others to join certain weekend activities. The police would like to remind the related persons that according to the law, they have to apply for a letter of no objection under the Public Order Ordinance for a meeting with over 50 people and for a march with over 30 participants, so as to make sure that we can make the arrangements and make sure that the public activity will be carried out in a peaceful manner. All right, that's all from me. And then I'd like to give the floor to our colleague from the Fire Services Department. Good afternoon. Well, recently it is used by the rioters, like phosphorus, etc. Inappropriate use will cause bodily harm. The FSD would like to urge everybody to pay attention to personal safety. Please do not use any dangerous chemicals in the activities. Well, different chemicals have different characteristics. They may be inflammable, corrosive, and toxic. So if you become exposed to such chemicals, you have to remove your contaminated clothing immediately, and if circumstances permit, use a lot of water to flush out the substances, like pouring water from the top of your head. If you breathe in irritant gases, you have to leave the site immediately and go outdoors if you are indoors. On the other hand, if you are outdoors, you have to make sure that you are not standing in the direction of the wind, and you should leave the site and seek medical treatment. In addition, for the protesters, I have to urge the protesters stop setting fires and stop using petrol bombs. Other citizens have to stay away from the scene. Be alert and don't be a bystander. Make sure that you're always alert to your own safety. If somebody is affected by a petrol bomb and if you catch fire, you have to stop immediately, squat down, and then use your hands to cover your face to protect your face. You should also roll on the ground so as to put out the fire. If we have fire extinguishers or blankets, you may also use them to put out the fire. Now, if your skin is injured, then we should use a large amount of water to wash the wound, and then you can use some dressing and also the plastic cling film to wrap the wound. All right, I'm going to sum up the remarks. As Mr. Ng from the FSD has told you, it is dangerous to set fire, and it is a very serious offense to set fire or to use petrol bombs to hurt others, and the maximum sentence could be life imprisonment. We have noted that rioters are glorifying arson and the throwing of petrol bombs. There have been more and more such cases after the public events. On the 31st of August, the rioters hurled more than 100 petrol bombs. We have to put a stop to all sorts of violence. It is our job, but we need your cooperation. We can assure you that we will help you to express your views in a peaceful and orderly manner. But then if anybody breaks the law, we will carry out an investigation and we will bring them to justice. And the police will also continue to maintain law and order. We will ensure public safety, and when the public order is being disturbed, we are going to carry out the necessary
First of all, we understand
action.
the public concern about the use of Sun Luk Leng Holding Center. The center is one of our official and standard detention facilities. Its setting and facilities are all in line with the police policies and regulations. Built in 1979, the center is mainly used to hold illegal immigrants and will continue to serve this main function. However, due to its relatively remote location, we normally prioritize using other detention facilities closer to the city. Since early June, we have used the Sun Luk Leng Holding Center to hold arrested persons only as an ad hoc measure for 4 times during this operation. At peak, we put as many as 75 arrested people temporarily in the center. However, we fully understand the public concern about using these facilities. Many unnamed, unverified, and untrue allegations have arisen. We will stop using the Sun Luk Leng Holding Center for holding arrested persons in this operation. The reason is to avoid any further public speculation and unnecessary remarks accusing the police. Regarding the discussion in the community dialogue section yesterday, the police have a few more points to supplement. First, I must stress the decision to stop using Sun Luk Leng has nothing to do with the groundless claims alleging the police of misconduct like excessive use of force and sexual harassment. We do not accept such anomalous accusations. It's very unfair for anyone to make accusations without coming forward. We appeal to anyone who feels aggrieved by police to make a report to us in person. Any investigation, be it criminal or internal, can only go on with the testimony of witnesses. So far, we have only received 2 reports of complaint against police related to Sun Luk Leng Holding Center. Our capo officer will investigate into all cases fairly and seriously. Secondly, we understand the Sun Luk Leng Center is relatively remote and not well connected to the city center, with not many options of transport. And it's unavoidable that when there is need to arrange medical or legal assistance for arrested people, it takes longer time compared with normal circumstances. We understand there's some discrepancy between public expectation and our actual arrangement, but we believe such delay is understandable and reasonable. Thirdly, we must reiterate that we accord high priority to safeguarding the rights and welfare of detained people. Our procedures are governed by internal guidelines and regulations, like the police force orders and force procedures manuals. Despite the difficulties in handling a large number of arrests in recent months, our officers still perform their best in catering to their rights and well-being. Any complaints can be channeled through our capo mechanism. We will look into them seriously. Now I'll move on to talk about a public order event. The police has received a notification from an organizer for holding a public meeting on Hong Kong Island this Saturday. After conducting risk assessment and liaison with the organizer, we have issued a letter of no objection to the organizer. This public meeting will be held in the Tema Park with an estimated crowd size of 1,000 people. The police always respect all citizens' right to assembly and to express their opinion freely. We continue to work with organizers to ensure public order events are able to proceed in an orderly and safe manner. However, it is clear that demonstrations in the past 3 months have descended to reckless violence as radical protesters hijack public order events and exploit them to commit violent acts. Therefore, we appeal to all participants to stay calm and peaceful when taking part in the event. We are also aware that some people promote some unauthorized public events this weekend. We appeal to everyone to follow existing laws and procedures to notify the Commissioner of Police. That allow us to make respective arrangements to safeguard public safety and public order. Now I'll give an update on arrest figures. So far, we have arrested 1,596 people throughout the whole operation. There are some significant observations regarding the figures. Some schools resume on 1st of September. We have arrested 550 people, out of which 207 were students of secondary schools and universities. That is about 38% of the total. Compared with the period before 1st of September, only around 25% of all arrested people were students. This shows an upward trend in the number of students being arrested, and is an alarming trend to us. It is worrying to see these youth breaking the laws and possibly having criminal records at such a young and tender age. They may act under peer pressure or may be manipulated by others in committing such serious crime. We appeal to all youngsters to rethink their actions and hope the education sector and parents will help our young people to walk the straight and narrow path. As for new arrests, on Monday, we arrested 4 people aged between 16 and 48 years old for offences like possession of offensive weapons. On Tuesday, we arrested 15 people aged between 14 and 31 years old in Sa Tin and Mong Kok. Their offences include unlawful assembly. On Wednesday, we arrested 2 people aged 16 and 17 years old in Sa Tin. Their offences include assaulting a police officer. On Thursday, we arrested 1 19 years old man for arson and possession of instrument fit for unlawful purpose. In conclusion, the past 3 months have been continuously unrest and have divided families, friendships, and fraternities. Deep wounds have been opened in our societies. These will take time to heal. The government has said they hope that conversation will triumph over conflict. In the coming weekend, the police sincerely appeal to every member of the public to adopt peaceful and rational means of expression. We regret to see peaceful progress yet again being hijacked by radical protesters to inflict indiscriminate attacks on innocent citizens and commit violence acts like throwing of petrol bombs. Please allow me to remind you that arson and hurting others with petrol bombs is a serious offense liable to life imprisonment. I must emphasize, no excuse, no propaganda can justify or glorify such acts of violence. We all should stand up to stamp out violence right now. Thank you.